Alright, hello everyone. This is William Blankenship. I am trying to do the stuff that I know I should do, but I never do, which is start making some YouTube videos. I just got done with the Kickstarter, and felt like one of the few things that well, not few, but one of the many things that I got out of doing that experience, even though we didn't fund, was figuring out that yeah, I could very effectively do one of the things that I want to do. Well, a few of the things that I want to do in one simultaneous action, doing this stuff on YouTube and just kind of chatting while I'm free-forming some sketches. It would give me a chance to draw for myself a little bit. Maybe have some avenues that more people might discover my art. And also kind of let me get some of the ideas off my chest that float around in there while doing that common meditation called drawing comic books. Today, I guess I want to talk about story. I been thinking a lot about it lately, in all of the contexts that narrative take place. The stories that we tell each other, the stories that we tell ourselves, big epic stories, little intimate stories. Just the way narrative influences our life, to the point where I've just kind of come to a narrative philosophy of life, pulling from the Hindu tradition of God being the actor, not the maker. And I guess how narrative influences us greatly in ways that we don't fully understand, but it's kind of a hack for the human species of how to get across bigger ideas in palatable ways, even to the point of Hollywood still running with the monomyth. Stories we tell ourselves, I've told myself a lot of stories. I've ran the victim stories, I've ran the, kick-ass winner scripts, I've ran the complete and total loser scripts. And yeah, I got sick of them all, and I decided to start writing my own scripts for how I wanted to define my perceptions, how I wanted to define my life, dealing with mental illness in a way that is palpable, at worst, or at best, I don't know. Yeah, I decided to start switching up the stories. Decided to start telling myself way more interesting stories that were more inspired by writers, artists, creative people and the like that influenced me. Common experiences defined as the knowledge of conversation with Holy Guardian Angel. Stories that were way more fun than the adult games that grown-ups play. Stories that gave a little bit more meaning to life. Stories have always come naturally to me. I remember playing in my room as a kid and playing with like action figures or coming up with my own comic book characters and writing these big full stories where I just play them out and think them up simultaneously, playing different characters, playing different roles. And I think we all do that to a certain extent, both in a completely pragmatic and sort of functional way, and we also do it in a I think ways that people describe as metaphysical or describe as spiritual or describe as whatever metaphor they're using to understand that which can't be understood, commonly referred to as God. I don't know that even with some of my experiences with certain groups and giving the whole church thing a good college try. If anything, just seeing what effect it had on my friends. That three-letter word was never big enough to fit in all the weird experiences that I had had. And other people's concepts of God were almost a mockery of what seemed to be the point of all this. Trying to figure out why we were here in the first place. Instead, getting weighed down by dogma. Getting weighed down by some guy's shitty opinion about the way things should be run or the way people should live their lives. Keeping control of people's most yeah, some of our most powerful forces, sex, obviously. Church not really cool with that. I don't think any of the Judeo-Christian religions are. Taking control of the stories that we tell ourselves. You know, stories that, in my opinion, don't get me wrong, there are the anomalies, but in my opinion, the majority of the stories that people tell themselves whenever they're influenced by Judeo-Christian religions are stories that are based on being little me, and that gets tiresome. And it doesn't really explain much, if you ask me. It's more of a symbol set that people used 3,000 years ago to try to understand that, which we can't really understand. Commonly referred to as God. I always spelled it G-A-W-D because the guy, they used to come in from next door whenever I was younger, a teenager. The guy that would come over and beg my dad's girlfriend for money for beer would go, "Oh God, D, I just need one. I get shakes. Oh God," and it's just always anytime I read the word, I would think God. So commonly started just using the GAWD, getting to the point where, yeah, now I just tweet like a 14-year-old Mexican girl and text people about the same level just because, I don't know, I think playing with language is hilarious and fun. I don't understand the grammar Nazis that want to limit it, but I'm getting off topic. Story. What are the big stories? What are the little stories? What do they mean? These are things that we kind of decide for ourselves every day in ways that we don't even realize because, as Robert Anton Wilson said, as Bucky Fuller said, the universe is non-simultaneously apprehended. We need shorthands and heuristics to just be able to digest even small bits of it, much less anything close to a bigger picture. That's what some of those stories are. That's certainly what religion is. Just a heuristic, a shorthand, like Jordan Peterson's stuff about talking like I don't necessarily believe in God, but I act as if he exists, which has a intellectual honesty that I really appreciate, and it seems to get even rarer nowadays. I think that some people are telling themselves old stories, 3,000-year-old stories, and wondering why they don't add up in a modern context. They weren't written for us, written outside of our time. The stories of the Bible, Leviticus, that say a man not layeth down with a man. I always didn't get why people didn't understand that as in the context of Jews that were kind of worried for their lineage dying out and needing some rules to abide by. It says, hey, make some more babies because otherwise we die in the desert. It seems that most people's stories are misinterpretations of other people's stories anymore and not any sort of well thought out opinion, and it's can be disheartening, especially whenever you see that kind of thought process infect your friends. See hypocrisy so intolerable in modern society that you don't know how to process them or to think that somebody actually believes that. I think that a sort of narrative philosophy of life has guided me. Robert Anton Wilson said, and yes, I do draw a lot from old Bob. He said that the worst thing about conspiracy theories is they define somebody else as the power elite, and that's a loser's script. If you're going to get anything done in this world, you need a winner's script. I define myself and my friends as the power elite. That's a winner's script, and you got to have a winner's script to get things done. So write better scripts, guys. What else can I say? I don't know. Who's this weird little guy? I have no clue. I might save him for something. But, yeah, it was good chatting at you. I hope you guys are having a great day, night, morning, evening, whatever time it is in your world, in your universe. Thanks for checking it out. Be trying to do this more often. Much love and infinite mojo to you. You guys have a good one. Peace out.